Let's get to all the reactions that have come in on really the storming of the US Capitol by supporters of Donald Trump. Leaders around the world have come together to condemn this violence. Prime Minister Narendra Modi tweeted saying that he was distressed to see news about rioting and violence in Washington. He added that orderly and peaceful transfer of power must continue. You also got several reactions from the United States. Former US President Barack Obama put out a detailed statement saying that violence was incited by Trump's lies on elections and his claims on election fraud. Condemning the attack, the 43rd American President George W. Bush said he was appalled by the reckless behavior of some political leaders and the lack of respect shown for America's institutions and traditions. Bill and Hillary Clinton also took to Twitter and said that the attack on the US Capitol was fueled by over 4 years of poisonous politics. Internationally, besides Prime Minister Narendra Modi, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has referred to the violence as disgraceful and called for a peaceful and orderly transfer of power. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau added that he's deeply disturbed and saddened by the attack on democracy in the United States. So those are the reactions that are coming in, and I want to take this across to Pratiksha Gildial, who's joining us live from Ohio. Pratiksha, this is hugely embarrassing for the United States, and we discussed this earlier about how America always spoke out when other countries, there were seemingly such attacks, so attacks on democratic institutions. America always called for the restoration of a proper democratic process, and now it's happening on American soil.
Absolutely. It's surreal to see these scenes unfolding in the heart of America's capital. Now, remember that this came as a shock to many people across the world today, but a lot of President Trump's critics had been fearing this moment for many months now, because the election that happened in November was full of deeply divisive rhetoric, and people feared that, this day will come. It all came to heads today. It's serious when 4 former US presidents issue statements strongly condemning today's incidents. And one of them is President Jimmy Carter, the oldest one of them. He has said today in a statement how troubled he is by the violence. This is a national shame, he says, national tragedy, and this is not who we are as a nation. President Obama, the president before Mr. Trump, he has issued a scathing statement saying Republican leaders have a choice made clear whether they can continue down this road and keep stoking these fires, or they can choose reality and take the first steps towards reconciling this nation. They can choose America. So some pretty strong words coming from former presidents itself. And it's also really surreal to see some of America's Western allies weighing in on this, from Britain to Germany to Canada. Normally these nations join the United States in condemning such actions in another less stable democracies. But to see these allies now condemn these actions in America, I have to say, it has been a surreal day.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of talk about what kind of action will be taken against Donald Trump to send across a message also to the world that America takes its democracy seriously. The US president might actually be facing a second impeachment move. The move will come as Trump has just about 14 days to go as US president. So it's more about the messaging really than about ousting him from the head of state position. President-elect Joe Biden takes over on January 20th. Several Democrat lawmakers, one Republican, has also called for Donald Trump to be impeached for a second time over his efforts to encourage rioters. Trump was impeached in December 2019. He was accused of holding back aid to Ukraine in a bid to obtain information on Hunter Biden. This was in the run-up to the US presidential election. The case was passed up to the Senate, which gave Trump a clean sheet. It was controlled by the Republicans back then. Pratiksha, are we going to be seeing a historic impeachment? This time, what's different really from what happened in December 2019 is that you've got some Republicans also saying that, look, we need to send across a message against Donald Trump.
Well, Akshita, it's something that's certainly being talked about. It's certainly a lot of lawmakers have raised, and we here on the Republican side as well. But how realistic is it, given that he only has about 14 days in office? So I think what they are going to try and focus more on is how to make his actions accountable, how to make him take responsibility. Now, President Trump is widely known as Teflon president. Like nothing seems to harm him or harm his prospects because through the last 4 years, there have been many turmoils in this presidency. Remember, he's already been impeached once. There was a scandal involving collusion with Russia, the Mueller investigation, and several other incidents like the race riots, etc. But through this, President Trump supporters have stood by him. They swear by him. And that is what President Trump really enjoys watching unfold. And a lot of his critics are saying that today's actions, far from criticizing them, would have probably pleased him.
And, you know, the reality is that as a president, perhaps the first statement should have come in from him when this violence broke out. That wasn't the case. Instead, what we saw was him going ahead and again talking about election fraud, perhaps instigating the mob further. And only after widespread criticism did Trump really come out and seek peace, put out a public appeal for law and order to be restored. And that by itself is unfortunate. Really shows how things in America stand at this point. Pratiksha, I'd like to thank you for joining us over the last few hours and getting us a sense of what really the situation is and the